Okay, so this is live. It is very late. It is Saturday. I am going to finish up watching this Aquini 100 Excuses video because I can't drag it out. Like I've gotten through 1 minute, I think, in 2 days, maybe 2 minutes or something. And you know, I'll just take too long if I keep stopping every minute to correct every single inconsistency in his languaging and his thought process. Generally, I look past people's posturing like that, and I look, I read through the body language and into, what is being said. But there's just some major denial with this kid, and I call this person a kid. I don't know how old, but the maturity, the the intellect, the growth level, the social skills, It's like, are you kidding me? So I am looking at my Google Plus right now. And I guess maybe let's do a screen share, because screen share is useful and I do like it. Hold on. Screen share. Screen. Now where you at? All right. Okay, share that one, please. Okay. So we are sharing the Google Plus, yes? Yes. Okay. And I just left a message for Low Aptitude. I also call him Slow Jams, but Low Aptitude, let me guess, you're going to mention hair and dicks and call me ugly, right, Hammerhead? Tell you what, I'll finish examining Aquine's little opus after I get my clothes out of the dryer, and then I'll respond to this piece of poop, okay? It's your lucky day, So I'll go ahead and respond to this. I'm sure he thinks he was very smart in whatever he said. Let's see. Yes, here it is, Aquine's video. I think the last thing okay, 1:14. Yeah, I got through 1:14, and I think it took me a couple of days to get through that because he can just be so tragical. Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna go and finish this. Okay, and I'm going to. You probably can't hear it, and that's fine. Maybe you can. Okay. Oh no, it was 2:22. All right, now I remember. Okay, now I remember. I stopped at 2:22 when he said that I stuck my nose into business that did not concern me and I had no place in it. And the funny thing is, he said, he first heard me. He first said the video. The first thing he said was he first heard of me through my conflict with, Psycho Mayor, with Turtle Face, tampon tea bags. That was the first thing he'd heard about me. Then he decided to go over to my channel and check out a couple videos, and he saw some things and decided to ask me questions based on those things, the things that he saw in those videos. And the question that he asked me was, why did you allow your daughter to address a grown man? Now, my daughter did not address a grown man. This is based on a distortion and assertion by Psycho Mayor. Psycho Mayor went around telling people that I made videos where my daughter was addressing him directly, and that wasn't the case. But I'd made videos where I was talking with my family, clarifying some things that had been said. You can, the camera is not on. Anyway, clarifying things that had been said, were untrue, so like he had just come right out of the gate lying about us like he does about all kinds of people just to stir up an argument so he can get some views off of it so he can get a damn dollar. So, we were just clarifying, clearing up the lies, and you came over judging based on that. So that conflict with Psycho Mayor didn't have anything to do with you. You came over and checked my channel out. It didn't have anything to do with you. You asked me questions based on something that didn't have anything to do with you. And then you're going to tell me I began to have a problem with you because you poked your nose where it didn't belong? Like, what? If you make a video, then I can respond to it. And if there's some kind of, situation involving you and other people that make videos, like there's a situation involving me and other people that make videos, if you can poke your nose in and offer your opinion, I can poke my nose into your business too. And I don't know why you would expect that somebody wouldn't come along and do that. See, that's kind of the role I play with a lot of gentlemen here in this turtle shit pit, and that's why they cannot stand my old, bald, ugly ass. But you know what? It's okay with me because I know that whether they like it or not, my words ring true and they mean something and they do have some sort of impact, at least in making sure that they are, I don't know, more careful, that they choose their battles more wisely if they possibly can, if they've got some fucking sense. All right, so I will continue playing this, and I don't know if you can hear what he's saying, but I'm just gonna respond to what he's saying, whether or not you can hear it, just so I can get through this and then get to Slow Jam's videos. Because I meant it when I said, I got to leave you idiots in the dust. You guys are running around in a circle chasing your tails, and you just hate women. Just some goddamn woman haters. Because you want women to be subservient and treat you like you're a king and like you're the best thing in the world, and you're fucking not. And you seek out women to fucking surround like hounds and beat up on them. And when the same kind of activity that you perpetuate happens to you, you scream bloody murder like out of control. It's just out of fucking control. Anyway, you have also, you said that you tried to keep it civil. You tried to be civil. It's like you're not a civil person. You sneak this and undercover this all the fucking time. And for you to come over and question me based on a lie, and then continue to, be supportive of this asshole as he continues to attack me. Because, I'm pretty sure I can find you doing that in his history. If we go back on, I think he still has 2 videos up where he's lying his head off about his interactions with me. I'm sure we can find your support. I'm sure we can find that you liked what was going on, right? Because this guy's your fucking hero. This guy who stalks, slanders, and tries to exploit anyone he possibly can. You appreciate this person, and you were trying to be his little attack dog coming over bothering me. Don't act like you weren't. I'm not fucking stupid. I didn't have any problem with you. Yes, you did. You had no business having a problem with me. Anyway, you have a problem, and it's with women. And you didn't like the fact that some woman came along and made your hero look stupid. Moving right along. My issue with you is that you're an instigator. You're a problem starter. Okay, hold on just a second, brother of logic and common sense. He says that I am an instigator and a problem starter. Okay, I've clicked onto another video of his, and you can see this. Heed the early warning signs. The truth lies before your eyes. Okay. He just said, she'll establish an allegiance to this guy or an alliance in some type of way. And even though you're forming these alliances or these conglomerates, this person's agenda doesn't help you. This person's agenda is not going to get your point across. The only thing in common that y'all have is that y'all both dislike this one guy, that you don't like what he's simply saying. But deep down inside, he doesn't give a fuck about you. He will throw you under the bus at will. He will attack you at will. Okay, so he's just talking about women who pick bad guys, I guess. Okay. Cheap deflections and excuses from black women. See, what is that title supposed to suggest, Peanut? When you say cheap deflections and excuses from black women, who do you expect to click on this? You probably expect that guys who are bitter like you and black women will click on this video after reading a title like that, right? Now, I don't think I've seen this video, And this is from 2011, but you still have it up because you still find that this is relevant or valid in some manner, right? For whatever reason. And I don't give a fuck. You have every right. Now, he's saying earlier today he came home from his lunch break at work and he looked on YouTube. He saw you had a comment from a black woman who commented on one of his videos pertaining to black women. He said he hadn't done any videos pertaining to the topic of black women in a while. And I look here to the right and I see, why is the vast majority of black women single? Black women's unnecessary expectation of black men. It's like, black women, why men don't want you? Oh, that's somebody else, sorry. Steve Williams, I don't know who that is. But yeah, it's like, you're calling me an instigator and a problem starter or whatever. Let's go back. Had a problem with you. First initial, back in February, stuck your nose in. Got it. Let me make this a little bigger so when I rewind it doesn't go so far back. Okay. Any woman that can sit up and back you up. Wait, hold on. I'm an instigator. You're an instigator. You're a problem starter. Okay. Let me go back again. Let's just look at his videos. I'm an instigator. I'm a problem starter. Jeannie, you're an instigator. You're a problem starter. Now, once again, this is the realm where everybody says, if you don't like my shit, don't watch it, right? If you don't like it, don't watch it, right? So, him having a problem with me is irrelevant, right? Because it kind of doesn't matter because, I can do whatever I want on my channel. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Okay, instigator, problem starter. Okay. Instigator, problem starter, instigator, problem starter. Okay. On these videos, I talk about, everybody I've had interactions with. All right. And I talk about the facts behind those interactions. I don't start going into talking about people's spouses, children, houses, cars, income levels, shoes, clothes, hats, jewelry, purses. Not in these videos. Okay. Here I'm talking about, these idiots that keep coming over, trying to believe, once again, believing lies told by Turtleface. They just believe him right off the bat, trying to say that my child did some kind of striptease or disrobe for this man, when that is the furthest from the truth. People who did not see the video were believing things that this man said were in it that were never in it. Okay, so I couldn't even watch it because, oh, blah, blah. Like, well, you should, because whatever he says is not in it. But, he tried to take advantage of the good nature of some good people and the bad nature of some bad people, because that's what he does. He takes advantage of people because he's a scam artist. But that's beside the point. We're running, through this, I'm this instigator and the problem starter. Okay, starting problems, instigating. Got it. Okay, right here I'm talking about Turtleface. Here I'm talking about, y'all being weird. And happy Father's Day to men who remind me that, you guys are just some weird dudes. You don't represent manhood. Response to the homegirl, talking about these dudes. And this is responding, this is responding to people who have come over to me who I would not have heard of if they had not addressed me first. And a lot of them addressed me first based on believing the lies of another person who attacks a consecutive, line of people. There's a line, a long line. There's enough, for a meeting of people that he's attacked, slandered, stalked, tried to make a name for, himself using, right? A list of people. Santre, Maya, anybody? No? Nobody remember that? Aka Judy? Nobody remember what he was saying? He wanted the old lady to drop dead? Nobody remember that? Okay. So this guy doing all this shit, and all these guys come to me based on this person, and they want to believe him when they, start talking to and about me. And I'm not supposed to defend myself. If I defend myself, I'm this crazy, crazy chick. Okay. So I'm this instigator, the brother of logic, the common sense. Okay. Brother of logic and common sense says why I don't take the majority of black women seriously, and then tells me that I'm an instigator and a problem starter. You know, really, dude, why you should uplift black women when they don't uplift themselves? You know, why should you uplift black women when they don't uplift themselves? Part two. 30 minutes, 45 minutes you had to get online to be like, fuck a black bitch. Black women's lack of respect for black men. Are you kidding me? I don't even know you. I, I don't even know you. And I am now a year, 2 years later, even responding to a video that you made where you said whatever the fuck somebody else told me, you know, that you had made some video talking shit. And I came and really, this isn't like, oh, somebody sent me, you know, it's not like I don't watch people's videos. I do. It's just that not really yours because they really are sleeping pills. So I decided to check out your video and I couldn't get past like the first, I don't even think it was this one, it was a different one. You know, you're like, Genie, Genie, Genie. You sat back and I was like, oh God, this guy's so fake and full of himself and weird and insecure and he's so weird. I can't watch his stuff. It's like all I see is his issues. I can't even, you know, like why do I have to watch this, you know? But and look at this is a half an hour. Look, it's 2 minutes 34 seconds. And let me check out how long my thing's been. My hangout is now wait a minute. I have to go to my YouTube page. Okay, it started at 1:30 and it's 1:52. Okay, 22 minutes. You know, just talk about the bullshit that surrounds the bullshit. All right. I will try not to just internalize the very poor delivery and the double speak and the hypocrisy just so I can get through this, I guess. And then I'll move on to looking at low aptitudes, a little offering for the evening, and then we'll go off to sleep land. Okay, so now he's saying, you don't want to resolve problems. You don't want to keep them ongoing. No, that's not true. I actually want people to see things for what they are. You guys want to not see things for what they are and just bury your shit under the rug and then keep like, you know, taking your jabs at each other. You guys keep on pointing at each other and going, this guy's an asshole. I'm not an asshole. And throwing, you know, the one guy under the bus and sweeping your dirt under the rug. And I'm saying, I see your dirt under the rug. I see you throw him under the bus. I'm fair. I'm equal. I see all of that. I see all of that regardless of your gonads and your melanin levels. I see that with anyone. And the fact that, you know, the people that I'm responding to within this pit happen to be primarily black men is based on them coming to me first. I don't just peruse black men's channels looking to say shit. Who else am I talking to but these people who've approached me first? One other person that I did address was Harvey Superboy, and you know, he'll tell you like he hasn't heard from me. You know, I only said something because he had made a video where he was mentioning some stalking that was similar to stalking that was done to me, and I insisted that it was coming from Turtlefuck, and he insisted that it was coming from Brainless, and I still insist that it's Turtlefuck, just like he probably still insists it's Brainless. You know, and we're fine with each other. So why is it that the fact that I respond to people who have said things about me based on things that they believe that were lies, the fact that I choose to respond to that is an issue for people. It's an issue for people because these are issue-laden fuckers. They ain't got no goddamn sense. That's why. And I mean to point that out in order to solve the problem. That's how I solve the problem. I just say what is. I don't want to make up what isn't there. You can call me ugly. You can call me stupid. You can call me old. You can call me a bit, all that, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. You know, is this or is this not A, B, or C? You know, I've just been very much like an attorney with this. Excuse me, you know, for wanting to stick to the facts. And call an emotion an emotion. An emotion is not a fact. An opinion is not a fact. A fact is a fact. Oh, God, it's going to take me so long, you guys. Okay. But I'm going to try. I really am. I'm going to try to get through it. Okay. He said, and as I stated before in the last video, any woman who can sit up and back you up after she knows all this, but at the same time, she would make it seem as if she's got a legitimate plaint with what's been going on YouTube, or in the Black community for that matter, she herself is lost, just as lost as you are. Wait, she herself is just as psychotic as you are. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna call you a psychopath for a reason. What I want people to pay attention to, and what is it you do? Everyone understands that you've been going after the same man for over a year now. Whatever your issue is with him, and you know what I think it's a bit bizarre? That 1 year later you're still talking about this man, which doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, I'll stop right there because it's a good place to stop. 1 year later, this man still brings up other people. He start his show with a song that has Caramel Kitten in the lyrics? Do you ever bitch at him about that? Doesn't he ever bring up, I had Joel Osteen and I had TD Jakes? He brings that up years later. Do you ever bitch about that? This same man will bring up conflict with people that he swears he's not going to discuss anymore, conflict with people that he swears he doesn't pay attention to. He'll bring these people up and he'll give you a play-by-play of what they did online today. Do you ever bring that up? Do you ever bitch at him for that? Do you ever bitch at this man who I went after, online? Not like getting in a plane or anything or a car or anything and going to his city and walking around his neighborhood and posting pictures on Facebook or videos on YouTube of myself walking around up the street, from places that he frequents daily. Not like I did that or anything, right? Going after this man, my ass. Anyway, yeah. I don't see you going after this guy when he goes after Delu and Testizzle over and over and over again. Because when I first heard of this guy, he was going after Delu and Testizzle over and over and over again, to the point where Delu, who spends most of his time out of the country and not online, was like, man, I have not been online. And I come online and you are still discussing moi? Pourquoi? Like, what is going on? What is your problem? I don't get it. So that's what was happening when I first came across him. And then, of course, we have the golden, real love breakdown where he was saying, look, dude, it's been 6 weeks. 6 weeks. I don't give a fuck. Okay, let's be fair. And let's go to, you know what? We can probably even go to your channel, to the front of your channel, and get recommended. What's his face is one of your related channels, right? I don't have any related channels. You know what? One of his videos will probably be in my recommendeds from what I've watched. Let's see. Da-da-da. Where's what's his face? Da-da-da. Where is the turtle fuck? Come on now. Brother of what's the face? Morning Gardener's really nice. You guys should check him out. Yeah, speaking of Black people on YouTube, doing something interesting and informative and good for the community, teaching you how to grow your own food, because it's good to get away from the crazy things they put in things. And that could have a lot to do with the way you guys respond to people and life around you too. You're all fucking chemicaled up. You're all crazy. You're all on that fucking cardboard food. Oh Lord, yes, this guy. His channel will definitely link to what's the face. Oh, it doesn't. It links to all these fuckers. Well, this guy's channel will link to what's... Ugh! Did you see what he had on his thing? You see? Just nasty. Okay. Interesting. Related channels I can't find. Here we go. Okay. All right. So, let's see. This guy, this is 2 days ago. He's got a lot of channels though. 60-year-old man wrongly jailed. Florida woman, this woman. This lady, it's black queen, black woman. This woman. Oh, snowman and his wife. Okay, well, you throw in an occasional white person. But, you know, we know what the theme is with Turtleface. You know, don't even act like he isn't Mr. Find out a black woman made a mistake and amplify it. And find out a black woman did something that was, you know, unusual and amplify it. Find a black woman who made some money and see if I can get $1. Find, yeah, you know, like if you just mention her name, you know, Beyonce or something, you know, for instance. It's like you may not talk shit about her, but, you know, he'll talk shit about Kelly Rowland. Yeah, use Kelly Rowland's name. It's like, oh, she came out with a song. Let me just say her name because that's hot right now. Somebody will click on it because the song came out today, you know, like whatever. Let's see. Okay, these are probably actually, yeah, this live channel is probably the best one to peruse when you want to look for whether or not he has mentioned people now that he used to mention, you know, a year ago. I like to be fair and thorough and accurate in my examples, but, you know, since you guys like to just make shit up and act like it's true, why don't I just go ahead and act like it's true? It's true what I say, because it's true what I say. You know, he is still talking about people now, or a year from now, or 2 years from now. And if his excuse is they're still talking about me, how does he know that? Because he looks for their material. I don't watch too much of yours. I've decided to watch this video that was about me that I put in a playlist and I knew it was there, but I just really didn't have time to respond to it because look how insufferable you are. You're a tough person to listen to because you're so full of shit. Okay, 326. Let's try to go on. He says, every time somebody's had a problem with this man, you have made it your personal business, whether it was someone you knew for the most part, or it's people that you never even heard of, up until they had a problem with this man. Wait a minute, hold up. This is the same guy who said, I never heard of you until you had your problem with this dude. So, but it's a problem that I've approached people that I never heard of until I had a problem with this dude based on the fact that they have something to say about this dude. You're mad because I go up to several people, but you want to be excused for being one of those several people that came up to me. Because several people did come up to me, right? Several people, including yourself, that I'm addressing right now. And it's a culmination, you know, I'm closing down the school. You guys came to my classroom. I'm glad everybody showed up, you know. Hope you brought your pencils, took your notes and shit. I'm going to, you know, close up the shop and just shut the shit down. I'm going to, you know, continue to post the things that I like to post, but they'll have nothing to do with you guys and your fucking weird ass turtle shit pit where you guys hate women and you just can't. Why don't you guys just say, you know, I hate women. Like, don't try to suggest that like the reason why we hate women is because these are black women and the way that they act is wrong. You know, it's like, no, people, the things that you describe, you know, the ratchetry is negative because it's negative, and negative is negative. There's all kinds of people and all types of people that exhibit negative. You know, you guys aren't the only ones to experience that within your culture, quote unquote. Yeah, across the board. Not the only ones to experience that in your culture. You know, only the most indigenous cultures are the most harmonious. It's tough out in the city. It's tough. It's cold. People are just not forgiving. It's rough out there, you know? And it takes toughness. And look how sensitive you are. Look how sensitive, you know? You're so hurt that invisible women, or women that don't matter, you know, you're always like going off about people that nobody ever sees, you know. If you pick a man like this and you pick a man like this, why do you pick these men? Why do you pick these men? And they always want this and they always want that and they always want that. I'm just like, give it all. Okay. You would make your personal business to make videos, inform them of stuff, giving them information. See, there you go. That pisses you off, giving them information. You don't like me giving them information about Turtleface because you don't want people to know that Turtleface is full of shit. You want them to think that he is what he says he is. He isn't what he says he is. He is full of shit. Even when he admits that he is full of shit, it's not, you know, with any kind of, you know, redemption in mind. He's not saying, you know, I've done this and therefore I want to be forgiven. He's saying, you know, I've done this and I want you to turn the other cheek and act like it's okay. And I want to say that everybody's like this. He tries to, make it to where like, everybody's like this. Everybody lies. Let's talk about the lies you've told. Let's talk about the lies he's told. How come you don't get on Turtle Face for him just being a damn liar and wanting to make shit celebrating it all the time? And people having an opinion about that and wanting to express it. Like, hey, this fucker who lies all the time lied about me specifically. I don't like it. And let me inform you about the fact that this person is a liar, so you cannot trust what he says. Mr. Looks can be deceiving. Why is it that you can say looks can be deceiving and spend 40 minutes yakety yip yap yappity bubbada bibbida bap dap stapping your lips together about nothing? But I'm supposed to remain silent about this fucker slandering my entire family. I'll say it until I'm done saying it. He is a slanderer. The reason why there's something wrong with him slandering my family and then hopping himself in a jalopy and coming across town and taking pictures of himself in my neighborhood and posting videos of himself in my neighborhood trying to be intimidating. The problem with that is, that's the kind of stuff that is, this date rape shit. You're the fucker who would be security outside the door because you don't like girls and you don't want to be involved in your dick too small to show the rest of the boys anyway. But you'd be security outside the door while the shit was going on. Fuck you. Moving right along. First one on top of it like a goddamn news reporter. That's you. My question is for what? Why? Well, I told you why. It's because I mean to make that information public. And I told Turtleface this. I said, look, we can squash this right now. I gave him the opportunity, but of course, I am not supposed to do that because he's supposed to be bigger than me and better than me with his imaginary thing, with his YouTube shit stirring that amounts to an audience of about 300 people. 400 if I'm generous. 500 would be a good goal for him, but he ain't there yet. So he had to bounce from coast to coast to show everybody that he can't pack a room. Okay. Pardon me. I told you that I told this psycho, look, dude, we can squash this because you can drop your videos that are lying about my family from your YouTube and your Facebook and your Twitter and your website. Why don't you erase any trace of us and we'll forget you fucking exist. I won't talk about you, won't talk to you. I still don't talk to him, but I talk about him at will. This is what I said I'd do. And that wasn't good enough for him, okay? I said, if you don't, the information that you find to be so humiliating, so embarrassing, is going to be everywhere you don't want it to be. I promise you that. It had been consistently, so much to the point where his little security guards, his little attack dogs, you are pissed off because I'm going after this man. You don't give a shit if I go after this man. There are people who've been going after all kinds of people for however long they want to go after him, including motherfucking Turtleface. He's been going after the same people over and over again. He mentions them intermittently, consistently, in his videos, constantly, always bringing up people in order to try and stir up some dead ass fucking beat dead horse, trying to fucking, bring that sucker back to life. Constantly. You never bitch about that. Because he's a part of the boys club. Because, like you said, you can't stand women. Let's see, where are you? You can't stand women. Why should we speak up for black women when they don't blah blah for themselves? Fuck them. These are your titles, right? And if your titles are to goad people, it's like, if you didn't even watch the video, what I was really saying was black women are beautiful all throughout that whole video. Well, guess what? You're an instigator, aren't you? By trying to get people to just click on it, using your clickbait by saying, you know what, black women pretty much don't deserve any kind of vote of confidence from me, and seeing, that you are a brown man who has something negative to say about black women, like, come on now. Stop acting like a goddamn dunce cap, Own up. Be responsible. Be a man. Stand by what you feel, say that, look, I have had difficulty in my romantic life because I am not honest about my feelings. I have trouble opening up to women about what my innermost feelings are. I have to posture and pose all the time. I felt like I had to do that. because my parents had to stick up my ass when I was growing up, you know? Tell the truth. I bet the corners and the edges of your bed are real tight, huh? Fucking, you sleep real tight. You probably don't roll over. Okay, but roughly 5 or 6 months ago, back in February, tried. Oh, you tried to get people to join your side so you can keep this ongoing. Okay, that's some bullshit. I never tried to get people to join me in anything. I told people what happened, and I told people what my side of my experience was. I can't speak for anyone else. I can speak for me. I can tell you this is how many people, this happened to. I put out a video that was a compilation of a whole bunch of people's voices. This was to say, look, I'm not the only person who says this. Look at all these people who say this, and I'm not even saying anything in this video. I'm just putting together other people's voices. This wasn't get on my side, because I didn't tell these people, hey, join me. This is my brigade. This is my group. I didn't start no private groups. I didn't start any, well, actually, I did end up later on starting a group called, No Catfish Allowed, which is on Facebook, which is a group that I started because I got tired of people. I got tired of dealing with groups where people let anonymous accounts in, to tell you the truth. So it wasn't about, agree with me. It was about, you have to be a real person to be in this group. That's all I ask. You don't have to agree, but just be a real person. And I'll only add you if you're a friend on my Facebook. And there are very few people from this pit who are friends on my Facebook. Only the fringe people, really. People who don't get all in the middle of the shit and throw it up in the air and throw it at each other. People who are just observing it going, damn, that's a mess. So, you're saying I tried to get people on my side. People showed up and decided we're going to act like we're on this lady's side. That wasn't me trying to rally anybody. That was people deciding that they were going to use my momentum for their own gain because they had their own problems with this person. That's fine. I decide to inform people because I decide to inform people. It has nothing to do with trying to get anybody on any side. I have my own side. I got my own back. I hold my own position regardless of who agrees or disagrees with it. Haven't you noticed that? Like you just said, you've been after this one person, you try to get people on your side. Well, obviously, clearly, I've been after this one person. I don't need anybody on my goddamn side to have me after no one person. I'm the person who made your person look like a motherfucking fool, and you can't stand it that this lady single-handedly did not ask nobody's goddamn help to make Turtleface, who had fooled you all into thinking that he was a radio personality. I blew his closet apart, and that's what I told him I'd do. And I made the information public. That's what I told him I'd do. If he didn't leave me alone and stop slandering my family, and he proceeded to stalk me consistently. A year into it, he was still in my inbox acting a fool. He still stalks my comments through his phony accounts because that's his routine. Every now and then he just can't stand it, and he gotta go, fuck you, bitch. But it's less. It's been more of a trickle instead of every damn day like it used to be. Anyway. Nonsense is legacy of bullshit you put forth for it to continue, regardless if people have their problem with him or not. That's not what I'm here to talk about. Okay, what are you here to talk about for another 25 minutes? Let's look at the people who've had an issue with him. Brett Keane, Happy Cabby got into it with him. Now, hold on. Let me reiterate and re-clarify. Brett Keane and Happy Cabby, who you are mentioning, who are two guys that showed up that Brainless came up to me accusing me of sending. I did not know these fuckers. And what you're about to say is they moved on. They moved on. And what I'm about to say is they don't have my experience with him. My experience with him is different. He did not slander their families. He did not sexually, verbally attack their children. And he did not consistently stalk their inboxes like a goddamn crazy person with rape threats and mortal harm threats and, trying and filching for information and attacking their accounts with fake subscriptions and shit like that. He didn't do all that because he doesn't treat a female enemy who has 2 cents to rub together, 2 cents worth of sense to rub together, the same way as he treats a male that he can just go, oh, buddy, let's have a beer and, pat him on the back and, move along the way. It's not the same thing. So we're not going to have the same reaction to him. You don't like the fact that this person is not any kind of enemy when it comes to me. He is no challenger when it comes to me in any kind of fight, in any kind of debate. He is not. And that pisses you off because you fashioned him a hero. And that's what's going on here. Goofy face, let's go. Santori Smith gets over that. You had an opinion about that. Nia Giamatti gets into an opinion about that. The Advice Show gets into, here you go again with that. Wait, and here you are mentioning this name like a roll call, so you obviously went and watched this conflict yourself. How the fuck do you know what I had to say about it unless you were on their videos looking to see what they had to say yourself? So how is it okay for you to go where I'm at and see what I said, but it's not okay for me to be there? See, why is that, Aquini? Why is that? Look at your face. Look at your face. You cannot be taken seriously. I can't believe this. I don't know if I can get through this. I can't. Oh, Jesus. I don't know if I can get through this. I really don't know if I can. This is why it took me so long to respond to this. I don't know if I can get through this. I'm going to stop right now. I got to take a pause for the cause. Woo. Let me take a pause for the cause. Okay, you know what? I am going to, I'll do this. I'll check and see what this light up is about. Ugh, gee whiz. Okay, this is a troll account. All I have to say is this is a troll account. You know, I'm responding to this troll account. There's a human typing, but this human is not, it's a troll account. Okay, so the person says they're judgmental. Okay. All right. Well, all right. Fine. I pause. Let me. I'll try to go back. But it's tough to take a person seriously or respond to a person who is so hypocritical that the last thing that they're going to do is make any common sense, you know. And it's hilarious that he calls himself the brother of logic and common sense when he speaks with the furthest thing from common sense. You know, he doesn't wish to dwell in the realm of common sense. It's just, you know, black woman bad, black man good. That's it. Okay, well, fine. Go ahead. Fucking grunt. You know, that's fine. But, you know, I'm going to still speak my piece. And I made your hero look bad. I will continue to make your hero look bad. My presence on earth makes your hero look bad. A lot of people make your hero look bad. It's not that hard of a thing to do. The People's TV, that nigga with the tattoos, all these different people. The minute they've had a problem with the numbers pretty here, the 9% of these people you never even heard of. Okay, let me pause right there. If you look again on my channel, let's see. If you look on my YouTube channel, you will see these videos. Okay. Blacksuality 1 through 8, where I mentioned that the People's TV is one of those people that I'd heard of before Turtleface. You are one of those people that I'd been aware of before Turtleface because you were very prolific in your posts with black women in the title. So I was aware of, you know, your little peanut head in a square looking over to the right connected to other people's videos. But when I saw how long your videos were, it was a deterrent because I don't go on YouTube generally to watch television. I don't go to watch a miniseries. I usually go to watch something that's 2, 3, maybe 15 minutes. But if something's long, it's usually a documentary or something like that. I have to be, you know, personally invested. I'm not generally going to go for a half an hour unless I'm personally invested. So right now I'm personally invested in this half an hour because it has to do with me. But anyway, yeah, I did mention in these videos, you know, who I'd heard of and when. So, you know, I'd heard of all of these people beforehand. Swoop's World, I'd heard of him beforehand. And, you know, I've responded to his videos. And whether or not I've heard of anybody before or after, why does that matter? You stated in the beginning of this video, you had not heard of me or addressed me until my conflict with Turtleface. And if you felt okay waltzing up to me, why is it okay? Why is it not okay, rather, that I feel okay waltzing up to anybody who has something to say about Turtleface? I, you know, spread the information wherever I feel it's necessary to spread it. I've seen some videos about Turtleface where I don't respond. I've seen lots of videos about Turtleface, and I bet you've seen them too because you're telling me about all the videos where I've responded. Why is it okay for you to watch these videos, have your opinion, clock them. It's not okay for me. And if I wanted to inbox these people and be clandestine about my sharing of this information, I could. But I do it out in the open because I don't have anything to hide. You have a problem with that. Why is that? My problem is not your problem. Okay, moving right along. Sorry, I was checking to make sure that I'm still on. I've had an opinion each and every time that somebody's had a problem with this man, where in certain cases you would even attempt to be friendly. Oh my God, where in certain cases you would even attempt to be friendly. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Is nobody friendly to you in school? Like, you don't have any friends? Like, what's wrong with being friendly? First of all, I'm friendly to people that I'm friendly to, and I'm unfriendly to people that I'm unfriendly to. I'm friends with my friends, and I'm not friends with my not friends. Like, what do you mean you would even attempt to be friendly? Like, what do you mean you would even attempt to be friendly? What the fuck does that mean? You would even attempt to be friendly. I wouldn't attempt to be friendly. I would be friendly. If I'm friendly, I'm friendly. Look up friendly in the dictionary and you can find the description of the term friendly, and you can match my actions with that description and you can say that I was friendly. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with me being friendly when I like a person's video going, I like your video, I like your presentation, and here's the information I have to share about this? Or what's wrong with me going, here's the information I have to share about this, and not being friendly if I don't mean to be friendly? Like, what's wrong with that? You're not being friendly right now. Would you prefer that I be unfriendly like you? Would you prefer that I be like, I don't know, stone-faced and stick in the ass like you are? You have a military father? But I want people to pay attention to, this is another why I sent you this video. The minute you see people try to resolve their issue, like for instance, Brett Keane and Thomas Sotomayor, when they decide to squash their differences, talk it out, and go on their separate ways, you're the first ones making the bitchy, whitey, complaining, babbling video. Bitchy, whiny, complaining, are you kidding me? Bitchy, whiny, complaining, babbling video. All I said was to Brett, and I probably still have the video. No, you have your, I don't make bitchy, whiny, complaining videos. I make matter-of-fact videos where I state my opinion based on what I observe. There's no bitching and whining and complaining to it. If I were whining, I'd be like, Brett, why are you nice to Tammy? My thing is, look, hey, you can be nice to him. That's fine. I'm not into it. Okay. Do what you want to do, dude. Yeah, it's not my thing. I can't. I can't forgive a person who would behave that way, especially with other people's children. I'm not like that. You guys have your boys club meeting, dude. I'm not into it. Like, enjoy the fucking circle jerk, guys, because I'm not. And that's, pretty much what I observe here. As we have seen from your channel, like you show us. Fuck women, fuck women, fuck women. I can't stand them. These bitches, why should I defend them? Why should I like them? The downfall of vagina power. That's in defense of bad black women. I can't. Okay. Okay. So you're telling me that I'm this bad person because I tell Brett Keane, look, I don't want to chat with Turtleface. I don't want to talk to him. He's a weird, abnormal, fucked up person. We don't need to have a conversation on the phone. I don't want to talk to him. What's wrong with me saying I don't want to talk to him and I don't want to be friends with anybody that wants to talk to him if that person is going to insist that I need to talk to him? And that's what Brett King was doing. He was like, well, why don't you want to talk to Tommy? Why don't you want to talk to him? Why don't you want to talk to him? Why don't you want to talk to him? I'm like, I don't want to talk because he's fucking nuts, because he's a nasty bastard and I don't want to have a discussion or conversation with his nasty ass. And I don't validate him just because, people think that I should talk to him. Why should I talk to him? We have nothing to talk about. I said everything I had to say to him directly. Now I'll say things about him and about his actions. I'm making an observation of a sociopath here. And I am making my commentary based on my own experiences and based on those that other people shared with me, based on my interaction with other people who have had their own experiences with him. And I'm still cool with a lot of people. And we don't have, our discussions about this asshole publicly around you assholes, because y'all don't make no goddamn sense. So you don't see everything that goes on. You don't see every conversation that is had. You are only attacking me because I'm vocal. But you are not in control of my opinion or the frequency of my expression thereof. So you don't get to tell me when to say what about who. Okay? We're only 5 minutes into this 25 minutes. I can't, let's see. maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do the little YouTube share, but I don't know. I think that eats up a lot of bandwidth or does something. I don't know. I don't know about that. Let's see. I'll press play here and I'll just continue to do as I've been doing. But I don't know. It's tough to get through it when there's just so much bullshit involved. And it's been an hour and I'm only 5 minutes in. Oh, what a joke. Okay, let's go. So hurt and so frustrated because people are not fighting your little battle. I don't want anybody to fight my battle. I fight my own battles. I haven't asked anybody to join my side. I haven't asked anybody to take my banner. You know, if somebody is friends with these people that I consider to be nuts, or they're supportive of these people that I consider to be nuts, I don't want to be friends with or, you know, close to them because I don't trust their judgment. That doesn't mean that there's something wrong with my choosing to, you know, protect my own self in that manner. There's nothing wrong with me choosing to express what I feel about what I observe, you know? You call it bitching and whining and moaning, but you're making these half-hour, 45-minute, hour-long damn movies about you had a bad date, you know? Come on. Okay, just like it came to that nigga with the tattoos. I know you don't like me talking to your boyfriends. When him and talking blah, 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 blah. Is it that I'm not supposed to have an opinion about them talking? Did you go through the comment section and make a video about every other person that had something to say about that video? Okay, let me look up, let's see. He calls himself revolutionary with the tattoos. Revolutionary with, is it with the tattoos or, let's see. Okay, so we're on, let's see, blah, blah, blah. Revolutionary with the tattoos. The revolutionary with the tattoos. And let's search on his channel for Psychomare. Okay, and he said to Psychomare, stop lying is the name of this video. Are you jumping on him for having an opinion? Or is it just